So as we're living in this pandemic, it's caused an uptick in the number of plastic surgeries that people are doing. But you may be confused, not even confused, but you may not be able to guess the reason for this. It's because people are spending more time in front of their screens on Zoom, looking at their own faces, deciphering what's wrong with their face that they maybe didn't notice before, and worried that other folks are seeing it and not liking it. So let's get into some of the details of what's happening. So virtual consultations for cosmetic procedures have risen 64% for surgeons in the United States since the beginning of the pandemic, according to the American Society of Plastic Surgeons. Part of this, they list Botox injections, dermal fillers, breast augmentation, and liposuction as among the most popular services, which I assume previous to this were probably some of the most popular things, but these have increased by 64%. Continuing on, this is from this one particular plastic surgeon. We have absolutely seen an increase in the number of surgical cosmetic procedures that people have been seeking directly related to Zoom. The number one procedure that people have been coming in for is either their upper eyelids or their neck, because they see their neck either hanging on the camera or looking like a double chin. So one patient from Dr. Michael Semenik, apologies for mispronouncing your name, said it's something new when you have to stare at your face for a couple of days, a couple of hours a day, and there's only so much you can do with good lighting and good angles. You first discovered that with Zoom, when you see yourself and you're like, oh, yikes, that was from Hudson Young. So people are doing this more and more, and also really, I won't go through the graphics of it, but they're also like, I'm at home anyway. I'm not going to see family and friends. I'm not going in the office. So a lot of times recovery from plastic surgery is an issue when people want to time it out. And this is the perfect time because they can sit at home, still work, and take the time off and recover.
You know, I never thought about it that way. And that, both those reasons, they see themselves on Zoom too much and have time for recovery makes sense. Of course, the other thing is, we're all trapped inside the house, right? So some folks go and exercise, but a lot of folks can't go to the gym where they used to go, right? So now we're in even more disastrous shape, and trust me, I speak for myself there. I'm in the disastrous community, okay? So that's why folks are getting more plastic surgery. My answer has just been to put the camera higher. So, like I'm almost doing the Instagram duck face over here. Trust me. Okay, like the camera should be. I'm gonna keep it real with you guys. Okay, in my home studio we built because of the coronavirus thing. Built. There's like a couple things in here. Anyway, the camera should be about here, but it's all the way up here. Because when you have it down here, I got 3 chins. When you put it up here, I'm down to 1.5 chins, and I can live with it. Right. So that's why if you've ever seen TYT and you're wondering like, wait, I don't know, it's probably you didn't think of it. Maybe it was in the back of your head. Cenk seems to be looking up a little bit. Oh yeah, that's not an accident.
Listen, I have had the consultations. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not even gonna lie and try to make people feel bad. I had the consultations. There's a doctor in Houston. His handle on Instagram is Dr. Jung Money. Jung Money. He redoes people's bodies. And it is true. Once you keep looking at yourself and you're like, man, I got these bags under my eyes. Absolutely, I'm not even gonna lie to you. But spending a lot of time on social media will mess with your head. You are comparing yourself to someone who has filters. You don't even know what the person looks like in real life. We don't know what J-Lo looks like in real life. We don't come in the proximity to see them close up. And we're like, man, I'm in my 40s. She's in her 50s and her face is perfect. So listen, I've had all the consultations because I also have some free time on my hands and I need somebody to talk to.
Well, wait a second, wait. So do you think if not for the pandemic either, that you wouldn't have had the consultations yet? Is it really Zoom and looking at the camera more? If we were out and about, for every percentage of time we're now not out and about, you wouldn't have thought about this?
No, I think about it. I mean, I have body dysmorphia. Like I deal with this stuff all the time. But I will say this though, I have talked to my friends, many of us, we spend a lot of time on social media. And social media is inundated with people who are always trying to show us how perfect they are. Like if you look at I don't follow the Kardashians. It's like the boogeyman for me. Like I'll peek at one of the pages and then I'm like, oh my God, look at all the things that are wrong with me.
Oh man.
They look so perfect. And then, my friend is like, I have a friend who's like, their faces don't move. What is perfect? What's wrong with you? And I'm like, it's just when you start watching, you have to be very careful what you feed your subconscious mind, because whatever you feed will continue to grow. And yes, a lot of us, especially women, once you hit a certain age, they're always telling us our value goes down. Like, I don't know.
Cenk, I'm gonna let you back in this conversation, but 2 weeks ago when I did the show from here for this hour again, I knew my hair was damn near white. I knew that. But when people were pointing out, they're like, damn, JR, look at them grays. My first gray came at 17 years old. This is not a cosmetic surgery thing. But when you look at that and then notice that all these people, the first thing they point out is, look at all that white hair on your head. The difference now, you mentioned women, Ida. So the thing is, when I got that, they'd go, but so distinguished. And that was the second comment after saying, wow, I didn't know you had all that white hair. Because in the first comment made me go, damn, that's right. Maybe I should cover that up or do something about it. And then the second one goes, but it's so distinguished. You go, okay, I'm good. And that second comment doesn't come for a lot of women.
No, what is, hey, auntie, I'm not your aunt. I don't know your mama. I'm not related to you. Don't call me auntie. I am the auntie of Emma, Benjamin, and Aaron only. I don't want to be called auntie, because that's a microaggression. It's ageist. It's what they do to women. Like Viola Davis had on some Ivy Park that Beyonce sent her, and they were calling her Viagra Davis. They were clowning her, saying, it's just so the pressure that women feel constantly. And men too. I know a dude that like puts one of those Sharpies on his head to fill in his hairline and all. Like, it's too much, man. But I do understand why people are making the consultations, because you get to Zoom with a doctor.
Yeah.
Talk to somebody.
Okay, I got 1,000 things to say about this. Okay, because say my body needs some work is an understatement. But so like the thing about, okay, gray hairs, I got gray hairs too, JR. But nobody ever says, hey, you're really overweight, but at least you look distinguished. That's not a thing, okay? And Ida, in Turkey, there's a way that people who don't know each other refer to each other as either brother or uncle, depending on the age. They're trying to be respectful, right? So I remember when I crossed over to uncle and some kids in the street were calling me uncle, I was like, uncle, who's uncle? Oh no, I'm uncle.
Totally.
Right? So that happens, and that was a long time ago. Trust me, I'm like grandpa now. Forget uncle. I go back to uncle now. I'll take it. Okay, you got a deal. Anyway, so one time we're having a morning meeting on Zoom, and I just, I look like the real me. I got the stubble going on. I put on the baseball cap. I got a loose shirt on. And I saw myself in Zoom and I was like, oh no, we're not doing that again. Okay. So every time there's a Zoom, I'm shaving, I'm showering a couple of times, I'm getting the best shirt on, because I saw that and I was like, oh, that's what I look like. Whoa, no. Okay. So look, some folks want to do touch-ups. I get it. You want to do a procedure. Look, the last people to judge are us, right? We're not going to judge. And we've been there, we hear you. Do I think about, hey, maybe the easier way is not to exercise, but the other thing, right? I have had those illicit thoughts. Anyways, and sometimes, you do a touch-up and it kind of works, God bless. Okay, but if you do it too much, I swear to God, it's not gonna work. I'm just trying to help you out, right? And so, look, those people who turn into plastic people, and Ida, they say, hey, look, they look really good. I don't even think so. Even the ones that are like the Instagram stars and stuff, they just look like complete plastic to me. And it's not in I don't know, at least it's not in my DNA to be attracted to plastic. It's all right. It's not in our evolution. It's just, we're supposed to be attracted to real people. And so for me, it doesn't work at all. So my answer, of course, was, look, by the way, I had a friend say, I'm thinking of shaving my hips. Whoa. No, I love you, brother. Don't shave the hips. It's like, first of all, there's a million things you could do before you get to shaving the hips.
I didn't know you could do that. Now
Yeah.
why that man used the cat filter.
Yeah. No. Leave the hips alone. You got a lot of other work before you get to the hips. Okay. So, but for me, like back to moving the camera is no joke. We've done this in Young Turks a lot. Okay. Oh, by the way, my Twitter picture totally photoshopped. Keep it at 100. Okay. Most Photoshop picture you'll ever see. I got the nice square jaw, the things, the extra. This is gone. It's gone. Right. So. And I admit it publicly. I admit it on Twitter. I'm like, no, we're not playing around here. I'm trying to look good, okay? That thing is not real. Anyways, and besides which, people can see me. I'm on the air every day. So we used to move the camera higher. Like, you remember, JR, like 15 years ago. Jesus, our director. Yeah, and I'm like, Jesus, higher, right? And he built this studio too. So he has the camera, and I'm like, look, Jesus. Okay, I need you to get this thing as high as you are. Okay, all the way up in the sky.
Jesus on high.
The more you'll know when I'm gaining more weight because I'll eventually be looking up like this at the camera. Okay.
This is the funnest show I've done on the Young Turks so far.
And this is something I should have told my 20-year-old self. And this is what older, not that we're old yet, but old folks. Who we think we are doesn't change. So at 40 years old, we still feel like we did at 20 in our brain. And we're like, yeah, man, we're cool. I can do this, I can do that, let's go with that. And your face and your body start going, well, yeah, I feel you, but that was 20 years ago. Chill out. And then you look at yourself and you go, wait, my mind remembers someone different than this guy. And I still act like that other guy, but the rest of it ain't going along with this.
Yeah, that's so true. Like about, 4 months ago or so, I was like, man, I'm having trouble getting out of bed, man. This whole body aches and stuff. I wonder what happened to me. And then I looked in the mirror, I'm like, oh, that's what happened to me.
We
have no idea it happened. We don't know it.
It's so hard. I was doing leg presses in the gym and I fractured a rib.
No, I
100% on Mary Had a Little Lamb.
Ida, right there with you. I woke up one day with a neck sprain that took me like a year and a half, maybe 2 years to get beyond. Crazy. How did I sprain my neck? By sleeping. That's how old I am. Okay. All I'm saying is higher. Put the camera higher.
This is my favorite.
Okay, you guys want to do one last one? Okay, you ready? We all do this at the same time.
Good. I can't. It's actually the angle. You're supposed to do this weird angle or something, I think, right? You're supposed to get like the right angle. You can cut off one. Yeah.
All right. I try that too because my wife noticed that my left side is better than my right side, and I think she's right. But I look like this, I'm like, no, it's still fleshy. Nah, it's still fleshy.
No, you see, it means your wife doesn't like your mole, bro. See, I just saw the only difference between one side and the other is the mole, and she apparently doesn't want you showing the mole.
Yeah. Nowhere to run.
Birthmark, whatever it is. I'm sorry, I don't know what it is.
It's all right, guys. You know what? I'll leave you on this uplifting note, okay? Guys, if you love yourself, everything else fixes itself. It does. Now, my weight didn't fix itself, don't get me wrong, okay? But I have tremendous confidence, and it ain't no weight gonna make any difference, okay? And if you're a guy out there at least, trust me that women love confidence, okay? They even like it in this form. So you're gonna be all right. You're gonna be all right as long as you love yourself and believe in yourself and have that confidence, everything's gonna work out, okay? Keep the faith.
Thanks for watching The Young Turks, really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.